Heart of Texas Baptist Camp and Conference Center, established in 1946, provides the perfect setting for people to get away and connect with each other and with God. Located on beautiful Lake Brownwood surrounded by mature oak trees and spectacular sunsets, Heart of Texas Camp is equipped with comfortable facilities and a friendly staff to ensure a memorable experience. Heart of Texas has a rich history with decades of serving people. For over 70 years, area churches and pastors have realized the unique advantage of Christian camping for igniting faith and instilling character. Regardless of age or background, our desire is to use God's grand outdoor setting along with challenging and fun activities, intentional Bible studies, and well-designed programs to reach the lost, disciple servants of Christ, and encourage the weary. Since we began keeping records in 1960, there have been over 44,000 recorded life-changing decisions made at Heart of Texas Camp.
As a youth minister for a long time, we really couldn't get that response anywhere else. It didn't happen in our churches, it didn't happen in our youth rooms, it didn't happen on retreats. It took that extended time away at camp to really prepare the ground for the gospel to go to work in these kids' lives. And so that's why I think camp is so important, that we continue to invest in camp ministry, we continue to send our kids to camp, and we continue to host camps as an organization.
We have been involved in Heart of Texas for almost 60 years, if you take into account the number of years that my brother was 4 years older than I. I have 3 sisters. All of us were greatly involved as children in RAs and GAs. We went to camp at Heart of Texas and just loved it. It was a magnificent time for us, and actually 3 of my sisters were saved at Heart of Texas. My brother felt the Lord talking to him at camp, and actually made a decision at First Baptist Church in Brady, where we went to church. But he shared with me when I was asking him about what the camp meant to him, how that one of the missionaries that spoke there when he was 9 years old really made a great impact on his life.
The camp's income is made up of 3 primary sources: church and associational support, individual donations and ongoing support, and camp and retreat fees. It has always been our desire to keep the support from churches and individuals at a level that allows us to maintain our affordable camp and retreat rates for everyone. The camp has been devastated by losing 86% of our budgeted income this year. There is a tremendous challenge before us, but there is also a tremendous opportunity for you to partner with us to meet this challenge.
My wife and I have a relatively small budget, but we know that we have been called to support missions financially. And so for our family, we consider Heart of Texas a mission field. And this is not to discredit other options where you may have to give, but where else can you see your dollars turn into lives changed so frequently and see such a huge impact on the kingdom?
I know that we give a percentage of our tithe to the encampment just because we believe in it. But then there's also a percentage of their tithes that goes for so our kids can go to camp. That keeps us from having any fundraisers. So we don't have fundraisers because our church sees that encampment so important to our students and their lives and to getting to know Christ. So yeah, giving to this encampment is highly important if your heart is for ministry for our young people.
Our goal is to recover $200,000 of operating income before May 1st, 2021, so that we may continue to provide the camper experience next summer and for generations to come. There are ways that you can help. Participate with us by becoming a monthly supporter. Any amount is helpful. Encourage your church to increase their monthly support or give a special offering to help recover the camp's loss. Pray and share the camp's impact with others who can help.
And I just encourage everybody to try to remember to think about their camps, the importance of them. And I would say you can't spend a dollar any better for evangelism in the reaching people for the kingdom of God than in helping these camps, all the Baptist camps, but in particular Heart of Texas Baptist Camp, make it through these tough times with the virus. We need these camps when we get back to be able to get these kids, young people, maybe even adults at retreats and other things, conferences, to be able to hear God speak to them.
As a church administrator, we think a lot about how we move money into kingdom causes. And I want you to think just a second about your own church. We're in a large church here in Weatherford, and in a very good year, we might see 70, 80, maybe 90 baptisms in our church, doing ministry 52 weeks a year. When you think about camp, every single year, every single summer, we're going to see 2, 3, maybe 4 times the number of salvations in a single summer that we will see in our church in an entire year. And so when you think about putting money into a kingdom cause that is going to directly impact the kingdom of God, there is no better place than in the ministry of a local camp. Every time a church pulls onto that campground, someone on that bus is going to get saved. And by investing in that, we are making it possible for kids to come into the kingdom. Many of them learning about Jesus for the very first time, and it's our gifts that make that possible.
There is no denying that God uses the unique environment of camp to powerfully change lives. To become involved and help sustain our camp for generations to come, connect with us to find out more. www.heartoftexascamp.com